It's the same material with which an earthworm is made, a grasshopper is made, a bird is made, a tree is made, a monkey is made, and a human being is made. And it's the same material that all of us are made of. But what have you turned it into? Have you made it into a fantastic possibility, or have you made it into a horrible problem in your life? This is in your hands. You have the material, same material. I am made of the same material as you are. Whoever you look up to, your Rama, Krishna, made of the same material or no? Yes or no? Same material. What you made of yourself and what somebody else made of himself is just a question how much attention you pay to it and what have you done with it. If you are willing, what is the problem? Once you're really willing, methods are simple, all right? Methods are very simple because there's only one ingredient to fix, just you and you, nobody else but you. If you can't do this, rest of it is so accidental in your life, everything that you do is bound to be a miserable process because once in a way, when profits are declared in your company, you're happy on that day, but the 3 months that you went through is hell. Now, that is not the way life needs to be structured. It is just that every moment of your life needs to be joyful. You don't have to practice this grave-looking face. You anyway will get there. Don't have any doubt about it, I'm assuring you. I'll bless you with a long life. But whether you like it or you don't like it, you may think, I'm going here, I'm going there, I'm going somewhere else. But as far as your body is concerned, it is diving straight into the grave. Yes or no? These are two fundamental factors of your life, time and energy. You live near Mahakaleshwar, okay? What this means is, this word kala is very, very important. It means time and it means darkness. I will not go into the physics of this. This is the highest level of fundamental physics. I will not go into that, it'll get… I have my time limits. Have I already crossed it? No? It's okay? Anyway, time and energy. These are the two components with which you're made of, isn't it? This is your life, isn't it so? A certain amount of time and a certain amount of energy. Don't try to do circus with time, because time is passing away for all of us at the same pace. Yes? It's ticking for all of us at the same pace, isn't it? It is just that our experience of time may be different. On a certain day, you're very joyful. That 24 hours went off like a moment. Another day, you're depressed. 24 hours feel like a eon, isn't it? Yes or no? So time is a relative experience in individuals, but it is flowing at the same pace for all of us. So I know you might have been taught in your MBAs that you must manage time management. Don't try to manage time, it's going at the same pace. Do whatever you want, it's going at the same pace. It's your energy that you need to manage and manifest in different dimensions. What is an earthen pot and what is a computer or a spacecraft? Same material. It's just the question of how it is energized and what happens out of it, isn't it? Similarly, what is one human being and another human being is how he is managing his energies. If time runs out before your energy runs out, we say it's an untimely death. If energy runs out before time runs out, you call it a vegetative life. The skill of life is that you play these two things together and well. Time and energy should run together. Now, energy is a component of your life, you can enhance it limitlessly, or you can make it very small. You can make it the same energy. Right now, the same thing that we call as mud, which we walk upon, is sitting here as a human being, isn't it so? Is it the same material or not? Same material, isn't it? So, it is a certain energy. Because of the efficiency or the competence of a certain type of energy, that mud, which could have been a pot or an earthworm or an insect, today sitting here as a human being. So, if you transform this energy to a certain level, people will look to you and think you're superhuman. Now, we are not talking about you becoming superhuman. It is just that you have to realize being human is super. Being human is really super. The reason why all the time people are talking about another world and another place and another kind of super whatever out there is simply because they've never paid attention to this. They never realized the immensity of being human. The immensity of being human has not been explored. You must understand this in this culture. I want you to get this in this culture. There has never been an idea of the God. Nobody has told you there is a God. They have only told you there are 33 million gods and goddesses. This god, goddess is an English word, we call them devas and devatas or devis. What a deva means is, if a human being excels beyond a certain limit which is considered normal, then immediately we say he's a deva. See, today many people, I see even in the media, people are referring to Sachin Tendulkar as a cricketing god. It may be absurd in modern Western context, but in India it's very normal. If somebody excels beyond a certain point, we say, okay, he's a deva. You know, he's risen himself beyond normal levels of competence. So he can be a music deva, it can be a cricket deva, it can be a business deva, it can be anybody. You know, Kubera is a deva. You know, he's just a businessman. So you can become a deva if you excel. They never told you there is a God up there and managing your life. You were always and always told, your life is your karma. Yes or no? You've forgotten this. But now you're saying, ayo karma. There is no ayo karma. Karma means action. Whose action? My action. Or in other words, what is being told to you always is, your life is your making, 100%. The very womb that you're being chosen, that you're chosen to be born in, is your choice, but an unconscious choice. Whatever you choose unconsciously, you can also choose consciously. The very process of life, birth and death, a human being is capable of taking into his hands if he pays enough attention to the process of life. When I say enough attention, right now, you have only one way to pay attention. Your five sense organs, seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, this is the only way you're perceiving the world. All these things are essentially outward bound. You cannot roll your eyeballs inward and scan yourself. You cannot see, if I say this, if I do this, you can hear, but so much activity in this body you cannot hear. If an ant crawls upon this hand, you can feel it. So much blood flowing, you cannot feel it. In the very nature of things, sense organs are outward bound. They are good instruments for survival, but they are not good enough to perceive the nature of life. Without perceiving the nature of life, if you try to handle it, you have distorted images of yourself, in the sense, see, in this cosmos, this planet, this solar system is a tiny speck. You know, today they're talking about some 100 billion galaxies in that. The solar system is a tiny speck. Tomorrow morning, if the solar system vanishes, probably nobody will notice it anywhere else. In this tiny speck, planet Earth is a micro tiny speck. In that planet Earth, in that micro speck, Indore city is a super micro speck. In that, you are a big man. It's a very huge problem. It's a very big problem. Once you lose perspective of what is the nature of your life, what is the context of your life, then you will do absurd things. It's like this. Right now this vessel here, because this is my vessel, you know, I don't know whose vessel, I'll claim it for now. I think my vessel is 3 feet wide. Now if I want to lift this vessel, I'll go like this. It's a great way to handle this vessel, isn't it? Because my vessel, it's my vessel, it is 3 feet wide. All I will do is make a fool of myself. That's all that's happening. If you have exaggerated sense of who you are, you will never know what you are, what is the nature of who you are. See, the very nature of things, who you are is right now unfortunately identified with a few things that you've gathered, your body and the content of your mind and things around you. Because you're identified with that, this desperation to be bigger than who you are, if you look little closer, this is a tremendous possibility. There is no need to decorate this, there is no need to enhance this. This is fantastic the way it is. There is no words to describe. This is a limitless possibility. Instead of looking at that, we are trying to expand the limitations that we have. It's not going to work. Now, if I make you the king or queen of this world, will you be fulfilled, I'm asking you? Don't look at me hopefully, I will not commit such a blunder. Will you be fulfilled? No. What about the other planets? Okay, we'll make you the king of solar system. Okay? Fulfilled? No. The other galaxies? Because this is the nature of the human being. Wherever you are, you want to be something more. If that something more happens, you want to be something more. So why don't we look at it? How much more do you want? How much more do you want, I'm asking you? You want limitless expansion if you look at this. So what you want is not more, you want all. If you want all, it's not going to happen by grabbing, by conquest, by ambition. It will only happen if you transcend the limitations of your physicality. Because the nature of physicality is a defined boundary. Only because there's a defined boundary, we can call this a body, physical body, isn't it? If I take off the boundaries of this body, can this be physical? Physical existence is a world of boundaries, but there is something within you which wants to become boundless. So if you transcend the limitations of your physical nature, if something beyond physicality becomes a living reality for you, then we use the most corrupted word upon you, we say you are spiritual. Spiritual does not mean looking up, looking down. It is just that you have realized that what you gather is not you. Not just intellectually, experientially, you know that what is you and what is not you is clear to you now. Once you know that you are a dimension beyond your physical nature, you are a limitless possibility. Question of being peaceful and joyful is not even an issue.